Hello everyone. We're heading back to Clash of Wills, this time for essentially the Pearl Farm. So we're going to be doing a 2-turn kill, which is pretty much safe. I haven't figured out a 1-turn, but this is pretty reliable. So the team we got, we're using Yigni. Now gear-wise, doesn't really matter. We gave him Obsidian Bracer, which is really the only important thing on him. This way we get a 80% magic break on the first turn, and I don't have to worry. We could use one of his Magnuses. We just need one of his Magnuses for the second turn is all, really. And the reason that we're picking him is he gives himself 100% Fury Killer, which we can then share to the party. And his Magnus is also a perfect dispel. Only dispels the buffs, so it will dispel the mitigation and leave all the debuffs. Next up is Carton. So for him, we just need a damage dealer. So base form just has his TM. He could be replaced by pretty much any damage dealer overall. And his shift, I'm going to have a Spear in Peril. We got a 2-hand Spear build and just Frenzy Focus for him. Again, damage dealer, and he can pretty much be replaced by any good damage dealer. So we got 300 Dragon, 225 Fairy for him. Yoshikiri is another important part, so we're ignoring his base. He's starting in a shift. So in the shift, I gave him the Dancer's Hat for 100% Provoke. Along with that, he has 100% Evade. And then I just gave him some Spirit and some Killers. Well, mainly Spirit. But he doesn't do much other than we're going to use him for a Barrier, a Water Imbue, and a Water Boost. But he does have 150 on the Fairy Killer. Mostly thanks to Yuna's card and the 100% there. Roberta. So Roberta's here just for support. We're going to get a Dragon Killer from her. We're going to use support. So she's starting in the shift. The main thing, support from the skies is a little important because of 5 Mirage stacks to take out RNG on how many AE physical attacks the boss wants to do. We'll also use her Magnus to boost a non-limit damage abilities a little bit, and she'll give us a Spear in Peril, and we'll use the base limit for the good buffs. But gear wise, she's got just her Spear, nothing really. Esther is my main damage dealer. Again, she's doing most of the damage herself that we need. We could replace both her and Carton if needed, but we're going to use her for limit, so we got our belt for some limit damage. 300 Dragon, 300 Fairy, 300 limit damage. And we're totally ignoring her shift form. And Celeste. So Celeste is pretty much key on survivability here. EX2 because we need the limit burst right away. And the main thing is Lightning Fast Legend. She's going to be chaining partner for Esther, so we gave her that to chain. If we were using 2 different DPS, we could give her Blue Wave and have her chain with Yoshikiri to start off for other DPS units. Other than that, we give her some health, defense, and spirit. Try to focus some of the attacks at her, but it really won't matter because we're going to have high mitigation and barrier. But she does have Dragon and Fairy, but she does like no damage. Alright, let's jump into this. Alright, so we don't care what the boss does at all. Yigni, we'll just laws and then triple energy calibration. We're just getting rid of Mirage stacks. Roberta, we're going to Dragon Killer. We're going to support from the skies for the Mirage. And Emissary to boost Carton a little bit there. Yoshikiri in the shift. So we're going to Hikomori, gives us a barrier plus re-unlocks his triple cast. Frozen LCD, 45% water boost, and water scroll to water imbue. Carton will do his Fist in Peril to help out Yoshikiri, doesn't really matter. Wailing Claw to water boost himself, he gives himself 50% water boost. And his third cast is pretty much free, it doesn't matter. Celeste, turn 1, we're just going to limit burst for the mitigation. So this gives us 80% general and magic mitigation. So if you don't have EX2 Celeste, you could probably use Runda for 80% general mitigation. I'm not sure how much more damage people will take without the 80% magic as well. And Esther's just going to set up for Limit Burst, so we're just going to Calm and double Bolting Slice. So as we can see, even on Esther, didn't even take down the barrier. So. And plenty of Mirage stacks. I think we still got 1 or 2 left. Alright, now to finish that up. So Yigni. So we are going to Fruits of Research. This mainly gets rid of the mitigation on the boss. We'll also upgrade the break, well, the Spirit break to 85. We have 87 defense thanks to Esther. Laws of Nature for Killer. Energy just to waste the cast. And then Gemini to give the 100% killer to the team. Roberta's just going to go to the base, and we're going to limit burst, so this is going to be Spear and Peril, 350 buffs, and 300% limit damage. Kartsin can shift, and we'll just Frenzy. Yoshikiri. We're just going to triple Ninjutsu. Esther's going to limit, and Celeste is going to chain with Esther. And like 0.5 overkill. We need, I think, 1.1 or something. So Esther rolled low, but pretty much between Esther and Karchin, we generally never even close to not one-turning it. And because we are like 0.5 over, we could probably swap them out for some other DPS if needed. And no red pearl. Alright, let's run it again just to take a look at variants. So it is 2 turns, but it's pretty safe, and we get a little bit of options for switching out units. Yigni is really a star player with the killer and the perfect dispel. Roberta is good for Dragon Killer and the Mirage stacks, which help out a lot. And Yoshikiri for the water boost and imbue. And his Water Scroll also does 120 Water and Peril as well. Kartin's doing a slightly higher one with his Wailing, but that won't matter much. And with Celeste's limit and the barrier, it really, one person, like Esther, could eat all 6 of those single target magic attacks and be fine. Alright, so Yigni, we need the Magnus. Killer, waste the cast, and spread to everybody. Roberta can go to base for the limit burst. And everybody else can just get this dead. let everything finish. So it's not a turn one easy repeat, but it's also quite safe and I think a lot easier to gear for. Yeah, 1.9, so that was 0.8 over, thanks to variance. So yeah, that time Esther soloed it, and Carton was pure overkill. And Yoshihiri adding in his 88 as well. No red pearl again. Alright, so currently that's how I'm farming for the red pearls. Like I said, it is 2 turns, not easy repeat, but it is still pretty quick and very reliable. I've never been close to not killing it on that second turn. So, hope this helps. We're going to end this video here. Hope everybody enjoyed.